Hey everyone, I want to do a little video as a follow-up to our justice series. We got one more week for it, but I just wanted to touch on justice for the poor, justice for the unborn. I wanted to just follow up on each of those. I'll start with the poor, that topic. We don't want to stop. We want to keep praying about what we can do. And so one of my challenges was, as an individual, what can you do? Is there a person or people around you, in close proximity to you, a neighbor, a coworker, that God has highlighted as someone to come alongside and help? If God has done that for you, would you share that? Would you email me? And here's why I say that, because I can share that with the church, maybe compile a list, put it out as a blog post. Here's a few examples. If you want it to be anonymous, that's fine, but it could inspire someone else to pray and go, oh, wait a second, that makes me think about my neighbor. And so if God has done that for you, share it. Or maybe you've been serving a community or a group. Maybe you've been serving with an organization like Habitat for Humanity. I know Arnie and Sonia Arftadal, they serve with Habitat for Humanity. And so that's an example. Would love to compile a few different organizations to also share with the church. Here's some organizations that are helping provide for people who are in some way financially disadvantaged. So if you have an example, share that. I also challenge life groups and youth groups to be praying about what they can do as a group. Is there a community that they can sponsor, that they can come alongside? So if your life group has done that, let me know. If God has highlighted something for your life group, let me know. And again, I want to just put it out to the church as an example. And then finally, if you're somebody who you would consider poor, impoverished, financially disadvantaged, and you need help, we've got a list of resources. There's a document attached to this email that was put together by Tyler Bro, who is a lawyer from First Baptist of Manasquan, and he started a nonprofit that kind of puts all these resources together and connects people to these resources. And then we also have a benevolence ministry that can help pay a bill or two for people who are in need. Now, there's an application process. You would email Jess Doughty and get that process started. You have to meet with the team. We can't just dish out money left and right. So there's a process to that. But just want everybody to know, like, we're not just saying, hey, step it up and help people who are poor while there's people in our church struggling. We've come alongside people in our church year after year. Now, switching gears here, justice for the unborn. I realize that Sunday was difficult for some people. Sunday was tough for some people, especially those who have had abortions in the past. And listen, my heart goes out. I don't know everybody. I've just heard, like April said, a few people shared with her. I don't know names. I don't know who those people are. One person did share with me who had an abortion in her early 20s. And I'm realizing, and the more I think about it, there's an injustice that has been done to many women and men who have had abortions because they've been told something that wasn't true. They've been told this isn't life. This isn't just a clump of cells. Don't worry. You'll move on fast. And so this woman was sharing with me her early 20s. She had an abortion. And so it wasn't just that she was sort of deceived into doing something that she now feels is wrong, but she had a life stolen from her. She had a baby stolen from her. And so that's been the case for many. So there's guilt, but there's also a sense of injustice that's been done to people who've been told the wrong information, not told the truth about the life inside of them. So we want to make sure you're getting help and support and any resources you need to process through that. The Open Door Pregnancy Center offers post-abortion counseling. There's a link to the Open Door in this email. And if you go to that link, there's a text. You can just click on the text and you can start a text conversation and get the process going for post-abortion counseling. In addition, April Walters and Pat Hess, who shared their testimonies, offered to be available for people. So their information is also on this email. Now, for those of you who want to help more, you want to do more, you want to step into this, there is a page on our website, also on this email, that has some practical steps. That's been on there for a couple of years now. Some practical things that you can be praying about. There's fostering, there's adopting, there's fostering to adopt, there's just fostering without the intention of adopting. There's coming alongside a teenager who doesn't have, from a single parent home. You can volunteer with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and you might be thinking, well, how does that help the abortion issue? I mean, these kids are already born. Here's how it helps. It helps foster a culture of life. It helps bring hope to situations that may be otherwise deemed hopeless, and some hopeless situations are used as an argument for abortion. And so if we can help chip away at that argument by saying, no, look, the church, the Christian community is willing to step into those situations that other people deem hopeless. And so it's okay to have a baby. The church will come alongside. The church will be there. So that's how it helps. They're sponsoring young women, young couples who are in crisis pregnancies. If you have a story, a testimony of how either God has led you to do that, or somebody has done that for you, would love to hear that. Would love to put that out there. Let me know. So those are just some thoughts that I'm sharing as we continue to pray. I believe God's going to highlight one or two things over the course of the year for our church as a whole, but he may also highlight one or two things for you as an individual to step into this year. And so let's be praying. Let's be praying as individuals. Let's be praying as a church. Some of us have the thought of providing housing for people who are impoverished in some way or vulnerable in some way. Maybe it's housing for a year, 18 months for somebody. Maybe a refugee family comes in. We provide housing for them, get them on their feet, and then the next group comes in. Maybe a single mom comes in, or a pregnant teen comes in for a year, 18 months. Then they come out, and then the next group. That's just one idea. Doing more for the Maple Leaf community. There's another idea, that the kids that we have the homework club for. So just keep praying, and don't forget that if you're in need, we want to be there for you. Thanks, everyone.